Hey everybody, my name is LoveBaseball58. Today we're going to be commentating over what is now my new hardest SM64 Kaizo Star. After 3 years of it being RGP Reds, crazy shit, it only took me 3 years to start going for and start going about getting a new hardest star. Mathematically speaking, TD Reds will probably happen within the next decade or two. Anyway, this star, Tree Trunk Trickery, Pure Desperation, which is what this red coin star left me in. Almost every day I start going for it. This is actually the last star I was going for before I told myself, you know what? If you don't start preparing for the Scrubs Challenge race sooner than later, you're going to leave yourself in the dust and the rust. Which I almost did anyway with my performance there the night before. I've already talked enough about that whole Star Revenge project. This milestone of a new hardest star comes from a major collab project known as Fractured Multiverse, with 200 stars spread across 5 overworlds, the first 3 of which are considered the main game completion. So once I got this star, it would be a double win. What's more interesting is the process of said double win, not including said 4-month break in between for the whole Star Revenge stuff. This took me a cumulative of about 25 hours over the span of 2 weeks, including offline practice. So while it is my new hardest, it's somehow not my longest grind, so that's interesting. Anyway, let's talk about how this star works, shall we? So it's split into 4 main paths. The first one you saw me start with, there isn't really much to it except the left turn momentum double jump, which is probably one of the most inconsistent jumps in the level, which is why people usually want to do that first. It's very, very, very cool. But with that, we also get this jump here. You're not actually intended to do it this way. Once you hit the switch, you're normally supposed to do what are known as Sombro slope jumps, where you want to jump and ground pound on the slope facing where you want to jump, then hold neutral on the ground pound until you're ready to jump, then hold up while jumping off the slope, and repeat said process as necessary. But you can bypass that by hitting the switch and long jumping down to and ledge grabbing the blocked lava path at the bottom of the last slope. Then ground pound the blockade and double lava bounce to gain enough momentum to make it over over the last 2 midair switch boxes. But if you overshoot the long jump, which I've done quite a few times, and take fall damage on the switch boxes, you could still make the midair switch boxes by doing a chain long jump, second frame wall kick to just be able to ledge grab and survive. Now this next path is basically a straining challenge. One main example being this red coin here, where the way the ceiling is structured, you don't want to wall kick out of it with full force, like the other wall kicks beforehand, or else you'll get collision and fall to your death. So you want to strain a bit back on the last wall kick when nabbing it. And then, yeah, we get more very nice wall kicks here. A bit of straining on this red as well. You can just, yeah, you can just jump back up. You can also, like, wall kick arch from that slope, but it's fine. And here, you kind of want to, like, to really gain the distance between each wall kick here, you want to, like, rotate where you're going to face with the wall kick, with each wall kick, like, timely enough to reach it with the distance. Now, this red coin is another example of straining right here. Yeah, you want to jump down, hold a bit back, and then right as you see the hole with the coin, that's when you strain back and kick, like as demonstrated. Then once you're back up, you have those 2 wall kicks, those 2 slanted wall kicks. The first one, you want to be as far left as possible, or else you get collision. And then the second one, you want to wall kick from as low of the wall as possible. That way, you'll be able to hold up and strain to the next wall of arches without ledge grabbing the quicksand ledge. You know, uh, for the arch above. You want to start from the arch below. It's very nice. So are these wall kicks. So those is like this whole like glass section. It's Very cool. Like it propels you to the next one. All very good. All very well executed. This is a really nice level made by Zebra. Love the atmosphere of it. Love the music too. But I if I kept the music on while grinding the coins, I had a feeling it would kind of get to me a bit. It would kind of like make it more like intense for me and more like stressful for me, and like I would fumble and like crack apart from it, like being I don't know. So that's why I did this with no music code, like with TMRP3 Reds. Now this slope jump section is probably one of the hardest. Also, yeah, it's one of the hardest in the whole level. For that first slope jump, you want to jump from as close to the bottom of the slope as possible, or else you're not going to be able to reach over and clip through to be able to wall kick up to the next slope. And then from there, you like the straining there is also kind of a bit fucked. Once you do that, hey, another turnaround momentum jump, except this one isn't as inconsistent. As long as you like hold up for a majority of it, you'll be fine. And then we could just slide kick down to the star 4 path, which it's slope jump lava bouncing. For this last one here, as long as you hold that direction that I was just in for long enough, and then you rotate the camera and just hold up, you'll be able to make it to those wall kicks with enough momentum. You could just like you'll be able to keep that angle and that speed and good amount of speed to make it. And then switch box jumps. Woohoo! This is very, very entertaining. And, and then here, you're going to want to pause buffer this. Or at least, I mean, you don't really have to, but like, it'll be really hard to really like navigate like where you are in reference to the ledge unless you like take it a bit at a time. That's why I prefer pause buffering it. It's yeah. And then we're basically back here with one star path left being uh another one of the hardest. It's like the one of the other bigger ones that you go out of your way to really circumnavigate. It definitely isn't all that lengthy though. It's just a process. Certainly just a process. And okay, so getting to this red, this is actually not, and this is also not intended. What you're supposed to do is like lava bounce down off the right side of that fork and make it to like the alcove there where there's like a metal cap box and an arch above, and then you use that to like navigate through like all the other lava bounces beforehand. But if you climb back up this way, you can just long jump chain. If you perform a clean enough long jump chain there, you can just barely nab that and make it back to that alcove in two lava bounces. It's pretty good. I saw Morningstorm do that strategy. Shoutouts to him, and shoutouts to Morningstorm in general. Because if not for the strats I saw him do for not just this star but also like fake fate fragment red coins, which is the other tier 5 star in this main game portion of this hack, then I probably wouldn't have done this as fast. I wouldn't have gotten through this as fast as I did without that. So shouts to him. And speaking of Morningstorm, the next Kaizo project I want to finish is gonna relate to one of his hacks. So yeah, that'll be interesting. And now here I kind of just pause in between. We're at the meat of the last star path here. It's a C up slide section, and you actually have to do this for both like this whole path and the star spawn, which makes it a bit convenient. I guess it makes it kind of a bit convenient for doing it last, because you could just do it back to back, and it's not like you're rusting yourself up for it, at the at the end. You kind of have it like as fresh in your mind as possible. I took a long pause here in between because like nerves really got me. But yeah, for the entirety of the path, you want to deliberately let go for when you're off that one block, and then you do the triple jump and make it across this area. When you're doing the star spawn, you want to just like double jump immediately off that. You want to jump immediately off that one block, and then it would cause a double jump and then triple jump, then wall kicking to where the star is. That's for the star spawn. Here it's very nice wall kicks, very nice straining. It overall had a really good flow to it. I did lose a bit of consistency to it as I like switched my route around with doing it late. But like this is the first attempt that I actually got to doing this path late, actually getting to the C-up slide portion of it. My PB with this route was a 14 out of 17, dying not long after that red that I showed the strat for. And then with doing the star 3 path late, which was like all those slope jumps, it was two 16 out of 17s. So we didn't have a last jump choke this time. But yeah, it's definitely yeah. Other than that, I don't know if there's really anything else to say here. Just wow, I still can't believe it. We're like getting these two with getting those 2 stars like this and finishing TMR like 2 weeks within each other on the return within like the first month of returning to Kaizo. It definitely has really been like insane, and I hope to continue to cook like this. it's it just gotta I just gotta stay persistent and trust the process. Something I'm still struggling to do, but I'll get there eventually. Till then, I thank you all and I appreciate you all very much for sticking with me and supporting me throughout this. You guys make it all possible. And until next time, I hope I can continue to bring more of that energy. Meantime, take care, y'all.
Here we go!
Never give up. Never give up.